Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I know guys haven't been uploaded for a while, but I am back with another video. We are going to be ranking NBA coaches and NBA teams. Let's hop right into it. Okay, we got Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, we're going to be ranking based off of how they are, how they're going to perform this season. Nick Nurse is a smart coach since the Toronto days. With Paul George on the Sixers with a bunch of new players. Sixers, with a healthy playoff run, I'm going B tier for this one. Nick Nurse in general is on the great. My personal opinion. Okay, Billy Donovan and the Chicago Bulls. Bulls have been struggling for a while. I think ever since with DeMar. I mean, injury reasons is kind of why the Bulls have been struggling. They just recently got Lonzo back. Lonzo's been playing very well, super healthy. I think Bulls, honestly, Bulls can never make the playoffs. So, Billy Donovan, he's an average. Billy Donovan isn't a bad coach. I think it's just, let's just put him in. Bulls is C. I think that's fair. Kenny Atkinson and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, Cleveland is a threat. Cleveland is a threat to the Eastern Conference. Kenny Atkinson has experience. Shout out to Kenny Atkinson, sticking with that Warrior staff. But Kenny Atkinson, I have high hope for Cleveland. Cleveland's on an A tier for me. I think average. He's not on that level, the exact one with Nick Nurse, because I know he used to coach Brooklyn, but honestly, I don't think he's that bad. Joe Mazzulla in the Boston Celtics. I think this is an S tier team. Joe Mazzulla is a mix of like good or great or bad. But, Joe Mazzulla, and we're going to have to put on this tier. The reason why Joe Mazzulla, I think, is a good coach, but there's just some times where he just doesn't know what he's doing under some circumstances, like with offense and, but he really powered his players through. He watches a lot of film, so I got to give credit to him. Ty Lue and the Clippers is next. The Clippers are looking a little dominant. I mean, they lost Paul George, Kawhi. James Harden's doing all the work out there. Clippers are B because they can potentially make the playoffs. I mean, Ty Lue is a great coach. He's up there with Joe Mazzulla. He was part of the staff of Team USA. So that's where he goes. Taylor Jenkins and the Grizzlies. They were very bad last year. Grizzlies, with Zach Edey, the Grizzlies can do better than they did last season. I think they're going C tier, honestly. For the Grizzlies, you got Ja back too. Taylor Jenkins, I think, is on that A tier with Nick Nurse. I think he's in that category. I think Quinn Snyder and the Hawks. Quinn Snyder, I don't think, Quinn Snyder, I don't think is a great coach with the Hawks. I just feel like the more seasons it gets deep into, I just feel like the Hawks just continue to struggle. I think D tier with the Hawks. I think they're not that good. With the 2021 with Nate McMillan was when the Hawks were actually good. With John Collins, Kevin Huerter, Boban Bogdanovic. That was when they were good. I don't know about now, but I mean, we'll see. Who's the next? Will Hardy and the Jazz. Hey, shout out to Will Hardy. I love you, Will Hardy. But Jazz are in D tier on that same category. Will Hardy is just too young to become a very great coach, in my opinion. I don't think he's great. He's not a bad coach, I'm going to say that, but he's not on that, level. He's more like a C tier level. if I'm be honest. Mike Brown and Sacramento. Sacramento honestly really shocked everybody. The Kings were so bad these last couple of seasons with Alvin Gentry. Um, Kings, if we're going based off of record, I think I think A tier. You know, I'm put them that. Sacramento. I'm gonna say this: if Mike Brown, the only reason why the Kings are good is because Mike Brown. Because Mike Brown really knows how to coach. He knows how to coach De'Aaron. He knows how to coach Sabonis, Keegan. He really knows how to get, and even Keon Ellis. Like, he knows how to coach everybody on that team. Mike Brown really knows how to discipline the Kings, and I just feel like we need something like that. Because the Kings were like a poverty franchise, or like just a joke. Like, everyone says, like, the Kings were basically like a non-playoff team. The Kings are super fun to watch. I'm gonna say this though: if Sabonis was not on the team, this Kings team would probably still be bad with Haliburton and stuff. But that's just besides the point. All right, BJ Biggerstaff. Is that BJ Biggerstaff? Oh no, that's Jamal Mosley from the Orlando Magic. Jamal Mosley really knows how to coach this Magic team because the last coach was bad. I think he's on the rise. I'm gonna say that. No, you know what? Let's put on the great team. He's on the same category as Mike Brown, Taylor Jenkins, and Nick Nurse. Magic, I'm putting B tier because they can make the playoffs. I'll say that, but it's just like towards the end of the season, like they get bounced out the first round. So like, I can't put them on the same category as this. Jordy Fernandez and the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn, I'm gonna put D. Brooklyn, I don't have high hopes in. Never, even with Jordy Fernandez, who has great coaching. The Nets, honestly, just continue to struggle all the time, and I just don't have high hopes in them. Michael Malone is on that. Okay, Michael Malone is one of my favorite coaches. Denver Nuggets. Nuggets, I'm putting B tier. They are not on that A tier because they got bounced out by Minnesota. Denver, I thought was going to be good, but Denver kind of choke sometimes. Whether if it's regular season. But Michael Malone's a good coach, though. The Nuggets just can't stay consistent at sometimes, and that's just my main concern about the Nuggets. But other than that, they're a good team. All right, Rick Carlisle. He's on that with that great. Pacers, I think we're going Pacers or C, honestly. Despite that struggle they had in that playoff run versus Boston, like, that was I don't know, especially, I'm putting it C because Rick Carlisle, he threw that like one Hail Mary play. But dude, they almost could have beat Boston. They were down 3-0. They could have low-key, But I mean, the only good player is Haliburton and Siakam. Everyone else is just casuals, consistent casuals. Willie Green is on that. Willie Green knows how to discipline the Pelicans. Pelicans A tier for sure. Actually, no, B. They're on the same category as the Nuggets because when it comes to playoff time, I feel like this team, regular season, the Pelicans are dominant. I'll say that. Willie Green gives really good speeches. He's motivational to his teams, to his players. Like, I gotta give credit to him. Even though he was on the Warriors staff too a couple years ago, that's impressive. What was it? BJ Biggerstaff. He's one of my favorites. The question is he going to make this Pistons team good? I think they're B. The Pistons are doing very well right now with BJ Biggerstaff being the coach. I think BJ Biggerstaff can coach this team in many ways. I just think he can lead them not to a playoff run, but get him to a couple wins. Dakari, okay. The Toronto Raptors. Toronto has some issues. Toronto has a lot of issues because they never make the playoffs. They can never stay consistent in the season. So Toronto is very debatable when it comes down to the season. But that's the point. All right, Ime. Rockets. If the Rockets can stay healthy and Jalen Green is like playing great, then I think Rockets are an A, for sure. But I think they're B tier because like I feel like every time the Warriors, Kings, whoever play the Rockets, they can just easily beat them without any type of strategy. Mike Budenholzer, he's one of my favorite coaches. He's on that A team. He's gonna take the Suns very well. Um, let's see. Mike Budenholzer is a championship coach. Suns. How far is he gonna go with the Suns? I think he's definitely better than Frank Vogel for sure, but I think B is fair because I think the Kings and the Cavs are clearly better than the Suns. Um, let's put Clippers at A because Ty Lue is a good coach. Let's see. Okay. Thunder, especially him getting Coach of the Year. He made Shea look like a threat. Like during COVID, you're not gonna lie, 2021 Thunder, they were trash. They were probably the worst in the league. But the Thunder looking scary. Last season, they were looking scary. Shea, Chet, and J Dub, they're all looking scary as a trio. Thunder, I think, can be finals position. I have high hopes in them. Let's see. Chris Finch, I think he's on an S tier too. Timberwolves, I think they're S. They're dominant. You got Anthony Edwards, who you got tons of weapons. You have Naz Reid who can shoot. You got Jalen McDaniels who has defense. You have Mike Conley who can call plays. And then you got Edwards. You also have Dante DiVincenzo who can shoot. I think Timberwolves are an S. If they can make a playoff run this season, then I don't know what to put them, honestly. I think S. The only reason why is because they did a good playoff run. Who is it? He's bad, bro. He's bad. Wizards are always bad, always. Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors, they're looking dangerous. The Warriors' new roster is looking great. Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, and a bunch of round picks are looking good. Steve Kerr was one of my favorite coaches ever since I was little, and I became a Warriors fan. Like, Steve Kerr really knows what he's doing. I know Warrior fans don't like him sometimes. But, sometimes you always can't blame Steve Kerr. He's been coaching the Warriors for like 10 years, so you can't really blame him. Coach Popovich, S tier, even though the Spurs are not doing well. I think Spurs are a B. Fair enough. Wemby, Chris Paul, with those screen and rolls, they can do it. I think, Suns are C tier. Suns are horrible, dude. Let's see. Chauncey Billups. Okay. Chauncey Billups and the Blazers, I don't think he can really get him any farther. The Blazers just absolute dog crap. But Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer, but coaching-wise, I don't think he's that good as a coach. He can't really take him anywhere. I just wish the Blazers hired someone, much more experienced, because Chauncey Billups was kind of a rookie. He only coached for like a year, like two seasons, a season or two. And Mike Brown only coached for 2 seasons, and he's doing better than Chauncey Billups. Charles Lee, where is he going to take the... I don't know. Hornets, I think B tier for sure. Hornets are looking good, but we'll see in the regular season. Jason Kidd, one of my favorites. Shout out to Jason Kidd. I love him. Dallas, I think, is going B. I can see Dallas rerunning the playoffs for sure after them getting bounced out the finals. I can kind of see them, with Clay added in it. I can kind of see them kind of rerun it. I can see it. Okay, we got former coaches. Tom Thibodeau, you obviously know he's an elite coach. The Knicks are an A for sure. The Knicks are dominant. Jalen, Mikal, Carl. The Knicks, when it comes to the regular season, the Knicks are very good. But when it comes down to playoffs, they just choke it. You know what? B tier, I think, is fair. Let's see. 2 more coaches. JJ Redick. JJ Redick, I think, is on the rise. He's a good coach. For the Lakers, I think he's going to take him somewhere. For sure. Let's see. What's the next? Doc Rivers and the Bucks. We got 2 more. The Bucks and the Heat, and then Doc Rivers is just a horrible coach. With the Bucks, the Bucks just C tier for the Bucks because the Bucks have quite a few issues when it comes down to like injuries. Giannis has to carry the team. Dame sometimes doesn't have any good games. So honestly, I think C is fair. Okay, and Eric Spoelstra, S tier for sure. Um, Miami Heat, I think is B tier. You can't go, A tier. The Heat are consistent. It's a consistent team. They can get somewhere sometimes, but yeah. My favorite coaches besides Steve Kerr, I'm gonna name four of them: Michael Malone, Mark Degendault, um, Jason Kidd, Mike Brown, and Ime Udoka is my favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is ranking NBA teams. I knew I'd make it happen. I know you guys haven't uploaded for a while. I'm kind of busy, but I'll try to upload as much as I can. Maybe shoot a new podcast episode. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to do more rankings or do more videos in the future. We will see what we do. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Peace out, everyone. All right, bye.